Hi, welcome back to My Mom Life. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jordan, and today we're making applesauce bread. Let's get started. I have all of the ingredients out that we need to make this applesauce bread. We're gonna need some white sugar and some brown sugar. I also have some all-purpose flour, some vanilla, 2 eggs, 4 tablespoons of butter that I have melted. And then in this bowl I have nutmeg, so 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, and half a teaspoon of salt. We're also gonna need baking powder and baking soda. I have my unsweetened applesauce here, and then a 1/3 cup of yogurt. That's just plain yogurt. So the first thing we're gonna do is mix up our wet ingredients. I'm gonna start by adding my yogurt in, and then I'm just gonna use the same measuring cup to measure out my applesauce. So I need 1 cup of applesauce, and that was a 1/3 cup of yogurt. That yogurt is just gonna keep the bread from drying out. Not that it really needs any help because it has butter and eggs and applesauce, but it just helps, you know? It adds a little something in there. And then to this, I'm going to add the butter. And I'm gonna add in half a cup of white sugar and half a cup of brown sugar. Gonna go ahead and add in our eggs. I'm also gonna add in the spices and salt and the vanilla extract, just like 2 teaspoons. I never really measure, so like that much vanilla. Oops. This bread is gonna make your house smell like fall, I promise. It is gonna smell so good. So now that I have all of that mixed together, the only thing left to add is the flour, baking powder, and baking soda. We're gonna need 2 cups of flour. And I'm actually gonna switch my whisk out for a spoon. I need half a teaspoon of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm gonna give it a mix, and then we are ready to pour this into our loaf pan. I'm going to grease and line my loaf pan with parchment paper. Mine have a tendency to stick, so I always line the bottom with parchment paper. But if you have nice glass ones, you don't have to do that. Mine are just, or like nice non-stick ones. Mine have just been used a whole lot, and I need some new ones. So I'm gonna mix it just until it's combined, and then pop it in our loaf pan. I just line it like that. It helps me get it out of the pan without it sticking to the bottom. So I'm gonna just pour this in, and we're gonna bake it for about an hour. I'll check it at the 45-minute mark and see what we're looking like, but most likely it will take a full hour. On top of this, I'm gonna sprinkle it with some coarse sugar, which you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I think it just adds a little bit of texture. So I'm gonna do that and then pop it in the oven. This is the coarse sugar that I have. I have had this for years. Honestly, it doesn't go bad, but it just looks like that. And I top my like muffins and I don't know, quick breads like this. I'll top sometimes with this sugar. Just adds a crunch on top. And this bag has lasted me, like I said, for a very long time. All right, this is gonna go into a 350-degree oven for about an hour. Once it was finished baking, I went ahead and let it cool in the pan for a little bit, and then I took it out. It's really easy to take out if you use parchment paper like this. And then I cut it into slices, and that was it. Like I said earlier, this bread will make your house smell so good. It smells like fall and it tastes really good too. That applesauce really keeps it nice and moist along with that yogurt in there just a little bit. I did want to mention if you didn't have yogurt, you could use sour cream in place of that if you needed to. So here is the finished bread. I hope that you try this recipe. I will leave it down in the description box for you if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching my video today. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you subscribe and stick around, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye guys.